Alright guys, welcome to another beer review. Today we have got a beer from the Tower Brewery, and this is the Elizabeth IPA, which is clocking in at 4.5%, and this was brewed to dedicate 90 years of our lovely Queen Elizabeth. Yeah, this is take like 2 or 3, not because I was doing a shit job of the beer review for once, but because I was going into a little bit of a ramble and, talking about our wonderful Queen and that lovely, lovely upstanding family. But I didn't want to get into that sort of mess. I wanted to talk about the beer. So no matter what you think of the royal family, the Queen, the way society bows down to these wretched people, let's just focus on the beer, and that's exactly what we're going to do. I've got off my little soapbox, I've got my Clash t-shirt on. If I actually liked the Sex Pistols, I would probably play God Save the Queen right now, but I think there's much better punk bands out there. So, beer in a glass, and that is a lovely sort of rusty amber orangey colour. Got a nice amount of clarity to it. Beer poured with, well, it's got about a finger, if that's worth, of slightly off-white head. So let's see what we get on the aroma. Biscuity bready. It's got that dank malt character to it, almost like a damp straw maybe. Hint of like a mild lemon juice. Hint of a honey as well. A little bit wheaty. Yeah, it's an inoffensive beer on the nose. So let's fill her up and give her a taste. Cheers. It's got a light mouthfeel, which makes it crisp, clean, drinkable. Thankfully, it's not watery, or like some beers can taste as if they're flat, even though they're not. That carbonation is delicate, but just enough to lift the beer and swish it around your palate. It finishes a little bit watery though. And it does finish as if it's like a golden ale or a lager. And that's what I think about this beer. It's almost like a very slightly hopped lager, to be honest. But you know what? Fair play to them. They've brewed like a somewhat old school British IPA, where it's those malts that play more of a role in the actual flavour, and then you get the bitterness from the hops. But I've got to say, no matter what your opinions on the Queen, I wouldn't really say that this is a special beer or anything like that. It's, it's inoffensive, it's serviceable, and, in this day and age where it's all about these American hop and fruit bombs when it comes to IPAs, it's a refreshing change, and it is very solid, but it's one of those beers where you'll have tasted this time and time again. I'm going to happily finish the rest of that one off, but I'm not blown away by it. But then again, for the price I paid, pick this up in Home Bargains for like just over £1, £1.59, something like that. You can't really complain, and it's one of those beers that's good to give someone who wants, or you want to try and get them off the lagers, that sort of thing, because it does have that slight lager quality to it. So yeah, not a bad beer, all things considered. Serviceable, but I have drank this beer time and time again from different breweries. But it is a refreshing change from these American IPAs, which I do love, by the way. I love really hoppy, fruity, really bitter IPAs. But yeah, this is, quintessentially British, let's put it that way, which is never a bad thing. But, yeah. A beer to celebrate the Queen's birthday. I'm not drinking it because of that. I just thought I'd check it out. And yeah, in terms of a rating, I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10. So yeah, if you've tried this one or any of the other beers from Tower Brewery, then let me know which ones that I should check out and what you thought of this beer. Check out my IPA playlist down below. And yeah, hopefully I don't get shit in the comments for this video. Because you know what, each to their own. People have their opinions. Everyone's got opinion, you know. Opinions are like arseholes. Everyone's got one. But you know what? Be mature enough to respect that. And yeah, I'm not going to talk about politics. I'm going to play a bit more Metal Gear Solid. And I will see you in the next beer review. God save the Queen. Chin chin. Get better, Lizzie.